Aloha, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, John, checking in with you on episode 11 of the T.C.L.O organization. And we are introducing a few new ideas, one of them being creating a room where one can categorize and access specific types of reality, like telepathy, like creating what you want, and like taking a break from the third dimension, so there's just a peacefulness and letting go of all physical desires. And and we also have the introduction of the colors, where one can breathe in specific colors, visualize that, and for example, breathe in the color gray, and then you can disappear, or breathe in the color yellow, like the third power chakra, and you can just be powerful, be connective with other individuals. So, and of course, identity based off of clothing. And the exciting thing about love and happiness is that it's like from the fourth dimension, which is another realm of non-physical things, but kind of sharing your life with ancestors, and so all of the spirits, bright white balls of light, orbs as they're called, they're here checking in. Some of them might be actual guardians like archangels, but some of them might be your ancestors who are enjoying your life with you, watching you, and just playing around the universe here and now. And so, let me elaborate upon the room concept. So, this is something my friend created. It's a way of imagining a room with two doors. The first door brings you back into base conscious reality, the third dimension. The second door brings you into a tunnel space with numerous doors, where you can access, for instance, a room and enter a telepathic environment, with anybody. It could be you invite somebody into the room, and do some healing on them, light work, class C, long distance, visualization. And another thing is the potential that exists with 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 just writing down simple mantras, like I visualize the beam of light in the space, see the ball of light going across, or like do a class D scan around, and just quick light. All it is an invitation for spirits and ancestors to be in the space and just love. And it's that quick. It's exciting because this type of procedure and activity seems to have a very quick effect, and take care of your needs, so you don't have to depend on your own human intuitive abilities to have a great life, or your effort even. I mean, listening to the body and exercise, but how about when to exercise? When to talk to that girl that you might like. Compatibility. What type of work to do based off of numerology and astrological, fundamentals, which allow one to decide, okay, what am I going to do in my life? So you can always use Google, type in, your full birthday, do an analysis, add up all of the numbers of your birthday in order to determine your own number, and then see what that number means, numbers 1 through 9. So mine, for example, is September 17th, 1990. So that would be 9, and then 17, 1, 7, and then 1990. So 1990. And so in order to add that up, I would cancel out all of the 9s, because that's the top number. Add the 1 and the 7, 17, that's 8, plus the 1 from the 1990, that's 9. And a 9 birth path has a specific agenda, and you can look at more of this online. and even Chinese horoscope. It's amazing how this stuff has an impact on one's existence, one's incarnation. So, thanks again for taking the time. Any questions on my new ideas, or remember to try and write down specific types of light work, even on a paper, and do, just quick, brief light. One of my favorite things to do is imagine scanning somebody with bright light from the bottom of their feet all the way up. And these quick, simple experiments, not necessarily to help physical healing, although they do usually, but to make sure that there is a level of spiritual arrangement, and that your ancestors are there and they can access it, because vibration is so high that they want to come in too, because as far as I'm concerned, there's only good things in the fourth dimension. In the third dimension, there can be the back and forth. Also, a few thoughts on women. That is, I believe that they stick together, even if it's like a family argument, and there's no, even forget the rationale. It's just that they stick together, and I appreciate that. Women also seem to unintentionally or unconsciously display themselves to kind of be flirtatious, and I don't know if they have complete control over that, but I do know that with some yoga that they might be able to achieve that, and kind of recognize that, hey, as far as I'm concerned, there's a Christ in every man. The man can have that connection to the higher power and channel that through a woman, so that the destiny of woman is not to work and deal with all of these things, but is to actually have a great time in the bedroom. How does that sound, ladies? Okay, so I'm recovering my mental space, making sure I've concluded my thoughts and new experiences for the week, and wishing you a full of breath type holiday, and another thing I like to do is I like to carry around little stuffed animals, and what I think this does is you can put value on them and personify them, and just hang out with them, make them a friend, and start to live independently of others' goodwill, and know that everybody is ultimately alone except for their connection with their spousal soulmate, and try and wait for that. Try and be patient. Just breathe. Enjoy yoga. Just live it up. All right. Thanks for your time. And here's kind of a thought to those who are maybe in a position where, or if you know somebody who seems to be in a position where that they're maybe would consider suicide, like maybe they're on they're very sick, or something like that. I think the best thing to do is encourage them something regarding life and death. Represent to them, and only do this on Sundays, because I think it's important to consider others' independent thought and process, and allow them to have their own beliefs, but that it's welcome to talk about it on Sundays. So say this to your relatives or friends who seem to be kind of out of it, or maybe having some type of drug issues or addictions or whatever. Say them this on Sunday. Ask them if they have a belief, and if they're kind of lost and they're kind of maybe Christian, maybe believe in certain things, but not being sure. Offer them this piece of advice, that life is full of reincarnations, and that that they are the light, and that it's okay to leave the body and you're gonna feel a great sensation. It's gonna be like letting go. You're gonna see your body, and it's important to let your friends and relatives know that, because that you know that they are going to be there and watching, even from the fourth dimensional spiritual realm. They're going to be watching over you, at least for a period of their choosing before their next incarnation. So another thing to mention to people who are addicted is that it's okay to be addicted. It's okay to want to get to be high, because it's normal. And then recommend things like yoga, or even maybe some massage therapy, or do maybe a class D light projection, 8 minutes to their third eye. Just surround them with loving light and protection. And when I say protection, I'm talking about almost protection from the power of the mind, because the mind can create, and it can create both the dark and the light. And so let's see what we can do with this, ladies and gentlemen. And love you guys very much. I'm going to finish off at 11:11 because it's all perfect.